do it, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Hey, I'm not afraid anymore. I said I'm not afraid anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Hey, what's going on? I hope you guys like that. We're not afraid anymore. All right. You know what's funny is that he says he's not afraid anymore, and then he actually is afraid. But yeah. Anyway, I always thought that part of the movie was awesome. So check this out. So tonight we're gonna take a look, for educational purposes only, at CoinOPS Diamonds, and the reason why is because they've done something really, really cool with the interface. I actually love this, and the funny thing is Justin and I were talking about this on One Weekly, and I swear to you, I'd never seen this before, so it's gonna seem now like I got the idea from this, but I swear I did not. And then someone actually mentioned to me, like, did you ever check out CoinOPS Diamonds? Because it looks exactly kind of what you and Justin were talking about, and it kind of is. So Stringer Films, he says, look what you did, you little jerk. That's one of my other, thank you for the super chat, that's also one of my favorites. All right. So let's cut the music and we'll check it right out, okay? Because I just wanted to, this is going to be a quick stream because I have, I got to put my son to bed and stuff. But anyways, I just thought it'd be fun to check this out. So what they've done with CoinOPS Diamonds is, if you look on the right-hand side, so right there, you can see there's like a wheel. I'll go back. So it's like a wheel and it separates the games from different types. So you've got, you've got like the traditional arcade games. I'm gonna actually brighten this screen up just a tiny bit. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it seems like it's a little dark. So I'm gonna brighten that up just so so we look good. Hold on a second. I don't want it to be too bright and washed out, but I think somehow we got a little issue with the brightness. So anyways, I think we're good now. All right. So what happens is as you pick a category, you scroll over and they actually have like the arcade cabinet. Now it's not like 100% one-to-one match, but it seems like what they tried to do is they tried to make the control panel look like the control panel of that arcade visually. So I love this user interface. If you look at the control panels, like Battlezone looked like that. Although Battlezone, now if you remember, Battlezone had those like goggles you stared into. But I just think this is a pretty neat way to represent these games. And I don't know, it's just a really cool looking UI. So when we were talking the other night about Arcade 1UP sort of creating a multi-cabinet where they could have a user interface for all their virtual cabinets, this is actually exactly what I was kind of thinking. So it's funny that this is out at the same time because this is like sick. I love this. So anyways, the first category is going to be more your traditional arcade games. Then you go down, you've got your side-scrolling beat-em-ups. And look, again, like the Alien vs. Predator cabinet, the artwork, you'll see it matches. That's what the Altered Beast control panel looked like. This is super cool. By the way, guys, I'm not going to answer any questions about where to get this, how to get it. I'm just visually showing it off because I think it's cool. But I'm not going to give you any information outside of that just because I'm not afraid anymore, but I want to play it safe. I just really want to show you guys what this interface looks like. So really, really cool stuff. And I appreciate you guys joining with me on a, whatever, Thursday night late. But as you scroll over, you'll see really good selection of side-scrolling beat-em-ups, and they're all represented in the same way. If it's a Sega cabinet, they tried to make it look like a Sega cabinet. If it was a Vulix cabinet, they tried to make it look, yeah, sorry, King, I can't. I got to keep it that way for a little while. This isn't a vertical build, it's a fully horizontal build. So anyways, here's your category with your side scrollers. Then you scroll down again, and you've got more your traditional shooters and things like that. So pretty cool stuff. And then as you scroll down one more, you've got, shoot 'em ups, so it's all your shmups. I just love the way they represented these. It's really cool. Like, I mean, even look, that's actually trying to look almost identical to the upright afterburner. I don't know if you guys ever remember the stand-up upright afterburner. That actually, oh, the bot's here. Oh, cool. If you guys have any questions, you can, definitely ask the bot. The bot is here, so if you want to ask the bot a question about me or anything else, I think for that matter, you can just say bot space and then the question, and he'll answer it for you. So again, another Vuelix looking cabinet, another Vuelix there. So the funny thing is I don't know if you guys really look at II Arcade. II Arcade is trying to look like a candy cab. There's definitely a couple games in here that have candy cabinets. We'll get to the fighters and there'll be a couple. But yeah, look at this, like the Path of the Warrior, Art of Fighting 3. That's a Neo Geo game, and they represented the control panel here in the interface. So I'm gonna show you just a couple more of these, and then I'll show you some of the unique things that you can do with the interface too. You can turn on and off scan lines, and you can do a whole bunch of other things. You can actually change the themes too. So the themes can be laid out differently, and I'll show you that right now. So if you go all the way down, so that little section on the side where you're scrolling through the different titles, if you go all the way down to the bottom, it gives you some options. So one of them is just shut down the system, right? Because imagine people would put this in an arcade cabinet. You can turn the background music on and off. You can turn the background music on. You can turn arcade sounds on. So like if you want attract mode, if this was in an arcade, you might want to do that. You can turn the glass effects on and off. I'll show you this in a second. So the glass effects make the gameplay sort of screen look like a kind of worn out LCD, or not an LCD, a worn out acrylic over a monitor. It's pretty cool. Here's glass effects on and off. That's what I was talking about before. You can turn scan lines on and off. They have what's called glowing scan lines, which kind of almost make it look like a blown out effect. So they've done a lot of really cool things with this. Now keep in mind, I'm not telling you where to get it or anything, but you know what? You can run, but here's the thing. If you're gonna go down this path, just know that you can do CoinOps on @games, except you're gonna be completely disappointed by that experience if you've ever done CoinOps on a normal PC. So do yourself a favor. If you're gonna go down that path, right? If you're gonna go down that path anyway, then do it on your own PC, and you can build a pretty good PC with used parts to run this really, really well, better than you can on that anyway. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna go down that path just specifically for that, and then I tend to use a controller. This one I really love. This is a Hyperkin. I can't remember what this one is called. I think it's called the XG1 or something like this. This Hyperkin works great. It's a small Xbox compatible controller. I love this thing. It's definitely one of my favorites, and the analog stick will work. This is definitely one of my favorites. I've been a bit out of the scene, so I don't know exactly when some of the newer versions come out, but I'm sure it's pretty soon. So just so you know, lots of things. You can change the actual way the themes look. So this is kind of cool. They do this sometimes, but if you want to have a wall layout, which I have, you can do. If you want to have sort of cascading cabinets, I'll show you that. If you do this, the cabinets are going to now cascade each other. So check this out. When I go into it now, it recycles or it restarts. But if you see how the cabinets are cascading now? I actually like the other view better than this. Now keep in mind, there's actually builds. You know, this CoinOps is basically a front end. You can put whatever you want behind it. So if you wanted to do, you know, Steam games behind it that you're paying for, you can definitely do that. So I really like this. So we'll scroll down to the bottom here. And one more. And you can see there's some other themes too. I want you guys to see the other themes. So that was the cascading theme. The wall theme is what I started it out on. And then there's like this spectrum theme. I haven't really played with this yet. So let's see how this looks in comparison. All right, so here it's more like it basically it shifts the selection, the categories over to the left, and then it just sort of gives you gameplay replays. So it loses the whole cabinet thing idea. This is really cool too, but the thing I like about this is they've now gotten to a point where they're doing lots of different options for the theme, which they didn't necessarily have before. So I'll go back there again, and we'll change it back up. So we'll do, I like the one right here. I like the wall theme. So this one, you get the cabinets, and it's got like sort of a brick wall behind it. So there it is. And it's got the category breakdown. So this is just, you know, something I thought it'd be cool to show you guys. I'm way into arcade cabinets, been into arcade cabinets for a long time. And when you are building arcade cabinets, you have choices, right? You go down the path where you buy, you know, one of these pre-configured systems like an Arcade 1-Up or like an @games, or you can do a DIY. And when you do a DIY, right, this is really usually the path you go down. Now, I've been exploring alternative means to do things like this. So I've built, I haven't done any videos on it yet, but I've actually built several arcade cabinets here where I'm running things like Steam links instead of a normal core. So I've done Steam links, I've done PCs, I've playing with Android boxes a little bit to see how far I can get with those. It's tough because, when I say Android boxes, IA Arcade has really gone down that path. They have an Android-based device inside, and they've built a front-end app store to it. So it just depends on what you want to do. I've always felt like if you're gonna go down the multi-cade path, I have always felt like building your own is the best. There's a couple of situations where you might be into the games. One of those things might be you love the leaderboard aspect of it. I could care less about that. And actually, I've asked a lot of my friends that are into arcades, and they're like, I don't really care about that. I don't care about playing games I don't like and trying to beat other people on games I don't like. They're like, I don't really care. So, like, I don't know. A lot of my friends are older. They have kids and families, so they're not going to sit there and try to beat people on leaderboards. So they don't care about that. So that's one of the things I can give them as a value proposition on an games that maybe like Arcade 1UP doesn't have or some of these other ones. So if you're not into that, then, that's one reason why you might want to go the DIY route. Billy Mitchell is the only one that cares. Yeah, well, if they had Donkey Kong, I'm sure he would care, right? But then there'd be that whole argument of, if you're playing Donkey Kong, so they're very particular. I don't know if you know that, but the company Twin Galaxies is very particular on how you play your games and how those actually, like, depending on how it's emulated, there's all these different categories on what actually constitutes for a valid score. So they're it's very interesting. So, guys, I didn't want this to be a long stream. I just wanted to show you. I visually thought this was really cool. And I have an appreciation for the artistic elements that they put into these CoinOPS builds. So yeah, that was kind of all I really wanted to show. I'm not going to show any gameplay. I just really wanted you guys to see what it looked like. Obviously you guys know what these games play like. A lot of you guys have played these games many, many times before. But I really thought it was interesting to show you a very unique way to display this. And I think if Arcade 1UP was listening, it would be really cool for them to go down a multi-cabinet path and do it like this. And your categories would be, yes, I picked Mortal Kombat. And then when you clicked into Mortal Kombat, you'd have like Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3. Like, it would be very cool. Actually, speaking of, I wonder if Mortal Kombat's on here. It's got to be. I mean, it would be. Yeah, so like for instance, well, they only have one Street Fighter. Let's see. By the way, there's a game on here that someone, like for instance, let's say Arcade 1UP gets Killer and they magically make Killer Instinct happen. You could download the Killer Instinct pack and you'd get these two games. Yeah, so Arcade said this is the best one for arcade purposes. I think so too. This pulls on all of my nostalgia heartstrings. They did a really, really good job with this, and I just have to, I have to say, they've always been exceptional at visually pleasing front ends. And if you've played with other things like Big Box and Launch Box, I'm not saying those aren't interesting, but this blows it away. Like, they're exceptional at visuals. And so there you go. You've got Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3. So imagine you bought, an Arcade 1UP multicade, or whoever decides to do this, and then you'd click into, I have the Mortal Kombat pack, and then you'd see the 3 cabinets, and you just execute those games. Like, that looks really cool. And the attention to detail is there, right? Because if you look at the control panel, that looks like the control panel from Mortal Kombat, the first one. If you look here, that looks like the control panel from 2. And that looks like the control panel from 3. You see, because you've got the run button on that bottom left thumb. So anyways, that's all I really wanted to show. I just thought it'd be fun. I have to put my son to bed anyway, so I really can't say anything more than that. And yeah, just fun little aspect. I also really came up with that idea for that intro, and I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys. So, maybe one of these days we'll share a little bit more. I'm gonna start. I'm not going to talk about any elements of the build, guys. You guys can all Google search and find it on your own. But yeah, the whole video is for educational purposes. And thank you, Stringer Films, for the $2. I appreciate that. Here's your $2. It's funny. Hey, Ralph, wait. This has marquee features. Did you try that? Actually, I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't think so. Marquee features. Let me see. Oh, Zohar, you don't have to do that, buddy. I appreciate that. So on the settings, I don't see anything for marquee features. There's arcade sounds on and off. There's, oh, second screen marquees. I didn't see a way to actually turn that on in here. If there is, start a video on and off. Oh, there's a Capcom theme. We should definitely look at the Capcom theme real quick. Oh, that's really cool. We didn't even see that last time. There's the wall theme. I didn't see it, but I'll have to play with it another time. But let's look at this Capcom theme really quick. Well, there's a Fighters theme, and then there's a Capcom one. Are you okay? Are you okay, Zohar, if we go with the Capcom one? Thank you for the super chat, by the way, bud. I appreciate that. You okay if we go with the Capcom one? I don't want to upset you. All right, we're going. Arcade 1UP never listens. They tell people what they want. I kind of, you know, I gotta admit, I love John, but I felt like, oh my gosh, this is cool as hell, this theme. Holy crap, that's cool. Okay, that's badass. Oh my gosh, is that awesome or what? Wow. That's killer. So I don't know if you guys remember, Street Fighter, the original one, had those weird... The original Street Fighter had those weird buttons. I don't remember what you call those. Oh man, I'm getting a little reflection from my green screen. It's oh, this is Diamonds, yeah. I can't remember what you call it. They had those controls. Do you guys remember? But I was gonna say, so John D, I love the guy, right? He's actually like really cool, and I get along with him really well, and we talk quite often. But I feel like lately, I don't know if he's just super busy and they're trying to launch the pinball or whatnot. But I feel like I really wanted them to watch the video that Justin and I did. I want them to be open to the idea of making a multicade because they have all these licenses. I think with a little bit of convincing, they could do something really cool in that space. Now, that multicade may still not be for me because I have an awesome one. Like, I built a really great one that I love. I do have a crush on Ryu Zero Hero, 100%. You know that. So it's just like, you know, you're the leader, so push the envelope, right? I think they could do that. If they could just push the envelope a little bit more, get outside of their comfort zone, try to explore this idea. About my nipples? What are you guys talking about my nipples for? Now you're being very weird. All right, so let's go back and check out. I love this Ryu theme. Are you saying something about Ryu's nipples? What are you saying? His nipple's very, I don't know, out there in this. I don't know what's going on. Now it's creeping me out. Now I don't want to look at Ryu because all I see is his nipple now. You guys are jerks. All right, we're coming up pepperoni. Oh boy. All right, see, this is when the stuff falls off the train tracks. Okay. So we'll try the fighter. Oh, the fighter one just has Ryu in the corner as well. So there's a couple other really cool themes. There's that wall theme, which we tried out already. I didn't try wall theme classics. Let's try that really quick. It's the only one I haven't played with. Thanks, Chef Dave. I appreciate it, my bud. Thanks for the super chat. He said, appreciate the education. Just trying to drive awareness that things are out there, but that's all I'm doing. You're on your own after that. So yeah, that's it. That looks pretty cool. I love the brick wall look in the background. They just, man, visually this thing knocks it out of the park. So that's it. All right, we'll do some final thoughts really fast. I wish I had an excuse to run that intro again, man. I loved that little intro, but you know, you can go back and watch it if you really liked it. I don't know. Sometimes I'm stupid. All right, guys. It's final thought. Do you guys want to see the intro one more time? I'll stop it when the video plays. You guys want to see it one more time? If you do, I'll play it one more time. All right. All right, here it is. Here we go.
I said I'm not afraid anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Okay. Oh, I just laughed creating that. Like, I was laughing my butt off. That was pretty funny. I don't know if we're gonna get a strike for that. I'm sure that's definitely one of those things where you can't play it. But anyways, not a strike. Not a strike. So a copyright strike is a big deal. You don't want to get a copyright strike. You get a copyright claim. So not that you guys care, but there's a way big difference. As a content creator, you don't want a strike. A strike is bad. Claims are fine. Claims just means someone else takes the ad revenue. That's okay. Strikes, not good. You don't want strikes. You get 3 strikes and your channel's dead. You're done. You're toast. So you don't want that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was fun. Final thoughts is this is a very visually pleasing front-end interface. I really like it. Big fan. I like what they did with Ryu, minus the pepperoni nipples. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I know this was a brief, short video, but this kind of excited me when I saw it, and I thought I would share. So that's it. That's all. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I really do appreciate it. And it makes me feel good every time you guys show up. And there's 100 of you, so that's pretty freaking awesome. And now it's all I can think about is the damn nipples now, so that's weird. All right, I got to put my son to bed, okay? I do streams in the middle of the day. The kid's getting homeschooled. Stuff's a disaster over here. We gotta get it back. Hold on. Gotta get here. You know. Oh, I don't know. I know what you're trying to say. That's the uncle's. What does he say? He goes. Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, before I slap you, silly. I forgot that line. That's when he's in the shower, right? And he's got the. And doesn't he play it on his that recorder thing? Yeah. Anyway. All right, we gotta go. All right, my friends. We've done it all. We've said it all. On the way out, give us a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy content like this. And hit the little bell. Hit it, because it'll inform you when there's other videos just like this one. All right, gentlemen and ladies. There's probably none of you, but if there's ladies too. There's usually like half a lady, because we don't have, it says on YouTube we have like 0.5% women. I don't know what that means. Like half a woman? I don't know. It's weird. All right. We will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.